Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wealthy Life, a channel for your personal growth, awakening, and financial wisdom. Have you ever noticed that the most life-changing moments often come disguised as chaos, heartbreak, or failure? We panic, we doubt, we try to control everything, but life seems to have its own mysterious rhythm. And maybe, just maybe, the times when everything feels like it's falling apart are the times when you're actually being redirected toward where you truly belong. Why we fear letting go. We live in a world obsessed with control. From childhood, we're taught to plan, to predict, to prepare for every possible outcome. Society rewards those who seem to have it all figured out. So when life suddenly changes, when you lose a job, when a relationship ends, or when your plans collapse, your mind screams, something's wrong. But what if nothing is wrong? What you call wrong is actually life rearranging itself for you. The fear comes because we think we know what's best for us. But the truth? We only see a small piece of the puzzle. The universe, God, fate, or whatever you call it, sees the entire picture. You see the moment. The universe sees the destination. The secret of flow, trusting life's timing. In the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, the boy Santiago leaves everything behind to chase his dream. Along the way, he's betrayed, robbed, lost, and heartbroken. Yet every setback becomes a crucial part of his journey, each one leading him closer to the treasure he sought, which was always waiting for him back home. That's how life works. The detours aren't distractions, they're direction. The delays aren't punishments, they're protection. When something doesn't work out, it's not the universe being cruel. It's life whispering, not this, something better. The why behind the struggle. So why do we struggle to trust? Because uncertainty threatens our illusion of control. Because patience feels like weakness. Because letting go feels like giving up. But there's a quiet truth you realize only after surviving a few storms. Life never wastes pain. Every heartbreak, every rejection, every failure becomes raw material for growth, shaping you into someone wiser, deeper, stronger. Think about Steve Jobs. When he was fired from Apple, the very company he founded, it seemed like a tragedy. Years later, he said it was the best thing that ever happened to me because it freed him to enter one of the most creative periods of his life. If he hadn't been pushed out, there might never have been Pixar or the iPhone. Sometimes life has to break your plan to get you to your purpose. The lesson behind every delay. We often ask, why is this happening to me? But what if you replace that question with, what is this trying to teach me? When you reframe the question, everything changes. You stop seeing life as something that happens to you and start seeing it as something that happens for you. In ancient Chinese philosophy, there's a story of a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbor said, "What bad luck." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returned, bringing back 3 wild horses. The neighbor said, "What good luck." Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." Then his son broke his leg while taming one of the wild horses. "What bad luck," the neighbors cried. "Maybe," said the farmer. Later, the army came to recruit young men for war, but his son, with a broken leg, was spared. What's the moral? You never really know if something is good or bad until the story unfolds. What feels like a curse today may be your greatest blessing tomorrow. Have you ever heard the art of doing without knowing? So, what does it mean to go for it? To just do it and trust that it'll be okay? It means taking the step even when you can't see the whole staircase. It means writing the book even if no one reads it yet. It means starting the business even when success isn't guaranteed. It means walking into the unknown because staying still hurts more than moving forward. There's a line from the movie Eat, Pray, Love. If you're brave enough to leave behind everything familiar and set out on a truth-seeking journey, either externally or internally, then the truth will not be withheld from you. Courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means you don't let fear make your decisions for you. Let's be honest. Trusting is easy to say, hard to live. There will be nights you question everything, days when nothing makes sense, moments when you wonder if you've made a terrible mistake. In those moments, remember this. You are not lost. You're learning. The universe never wastes your time. Only your resistance to it does. Think of J.K. Rowling, rejected 12 times before Harry Potter was published. Or Oprah, fired from her first TV job because she was unfit for television. Every no they heard was just the universe saying, "Not here, not yet." When things fall apart, it's often because something greater is trying to come together. Here's the paradox. You can only discover how capable you are after you move. Confidence doesn't precede action. It's built through it. The moment you say yes to life, doors start opening. Opportunities appear. People cross your path. Coincidences, or what Carl Jung called synchronicities, begin to align. You start realizing that the universe is not against you. It's responding to your courage. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's greatest lesson wasn't that she had to go somewhere magical to find her power. It was realizing she had it all along. Sometimes life sends you storms not to drown you, but to wake you up to your own strength. How to live this truth every day. So how do you trust when you can't see the future? 1. Surrender the illusion of control. You can't force life to go your way, but you can choose how you move through it. Let go of needing to know every answer before you begin. 2. Follow your curiosity. It doesn't have to be a grand plan. Just one small yes, one step toward what feels alive in you. 3. Reframe failure. Every mistake is data, not disaster. Learn, adjust, grow. 4. Stay open. When you release what's not meant for you, you make space for what is. 5. Trust timing. The right things don't need to be chased. They meet you when you're ready. There's a story about a sailor lost at sea. After days of drifting, he saw land, but the waves pushed him in the opposite direction. Furious and hopeless, he shouted at the sky. Hours later, his raft drifted near a passing ship that rescued him. Later, he learned the land he saw was actually a deserted island with no food or water. What he thought was rejection was protection. Maybe that's you right now. Maybe life is saying, "Not there. Trust me, not there." Everything you've gone through, everything you've lost, every detour, every delay, it's all part of a larger choreography. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be, learning exactly what you need to know. When you stop fighting what is, you start flowing with what could be. When you stop asking, "Why me?" you start asking, "What now?" And when you finally let go, life has space to surprise you. So go ahead, take the leap, make the call, start the thing. Say yes. Even if you can't see the full picture yet, trust that the universe can. Because you don't have to know how it will all work out. You just have to know that it will. Don't be afraid to move. The universe can't guide what you refuse to start. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, and share the video. May you soon discover your true direction in life.